brother, now black belt,
Yeah,
Professor Ninh Lay.
that's crazy here.
Nih, last name Le.
Yep.
Vietnamese?
Yep. Vietnamese. Yep.
Your parents came here?
Yeah, they came after the war, so it's good. It's all good.
Man, it's some crazy stories. Like
for
the
sure.
boat people, and
Yeah.
had some
Like,
Vietnamese friends.
I think my uncle came over in a boat, and then my dad was in the war, and then I think he got injured, and then the Americans sent him over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then my mom, I think it really affected her too, because I feel like there's a lot of stories in her head that she doesn't really want to talk about.
Yeah,
You know?
I bet.
Yeah.
My dad went to Vietnam War.
It's crazy.
Served, it was a Green Beret. And, yeah, he trained a bunch of guys to
Yeah.
do what they had to do.
War's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my friend was talking about the boat people. Could you tell a story about the boat people? And
I'm not too familiar with my uncle's story, but
Okay.
I think he did come over in a boat, and then he went to Thailand or something, or somewhere near
Okay.
there.
all right, I gotta do justice to the boat people story. Vietnam history. Between 1975 and almost 2 million Vietnamese risked their lives to flee oppression and hardship after the Vietnam War. In one of the largest mass exoduses in modern history, escaping by boat, many found freedom in foreign land, many were out-captured and brutally punished, and many did not survive the journey. Yeah, they just went up straight out into the ocean, to be away from the Viet Cong. And all
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy time.
And then they went in and they just like pirated and just took them all. Pirates.
yeah, they were pirates, yeah.
Pirates that would take them out, and then just the Viet Cong themselves that like took them out. Just all the
Yeah,
all
it
kinds
was
of
just, it
craziness.
was chaos. I can't imagine going through something like that and then trying to, just live normally again. I feel like there was a lot of trauma and stuff.
Man.
I'm sure your dad has a lot of stories.
Yep. Yeah. He suffered from PTSD.
Yeah.
His whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did he ever get treated for that?
Yeah. They gave him what do you call it? They gave him like all kinds. He didn't want to ever get benefits,
Yeah.
from the Veterans Administration.
Yeah.
And then they like totally took care of him.
Yeah.
When he got older, we made him go. My wife was like figured it out too.
Yeah, because like PTSD wasn't like a thing for a while until
Right.
like I don't know if it's been after the Vietnam War, but there was like it wasn't even like diagnosed or something, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it was. He would have a nightmare every night. And
Yeah.
he would scream like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, what are you thinking about? And he's like, I'm thinking about I think that there's a gun,
Yeah.
like a rifle against my face.
Yeah.
And that's how he wakes up. That's why he like jumps up and like screams. And if you're near or in the house, you hear it. You're like, what the?
There's certain things just trigger it, right?
Yeah. And so
it's
like
crazy.
pretty much every night, not every night, but some are worse than others.
Yeah.
But that's what he thinks about. And there's this guy, Sebastian Junger. He wrote this book called Tribe.
Yeah, I think I read that.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago, but
Yeah, and it's just made me understand what I do with jiu-jitsu, like what we do, and we live in a city with 10 million people, but we're also disconnected,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
and it gives us a place to to belong and connect.
Do you work with a lot of veterans, from training jiu-jitsu?
I have.
Do you think it helps?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I wish my dad had jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
When he was, it would have,
Yeah.
his life would have been totally different.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of that, they say like the PTSD, a lot of that stuff is triggered from having like tough childhoods.
Yeah, for
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he had a really tough childhood.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
it just stays with you.
Right,
Unless you
right.
get treated.
right.
Yeah.
But just going back to that thing, the guy who wrote that Tribe book, he has like 3 things, right? One, like you need to be good at something.
Yeah.
You need to feel connected,
Yeah.
What's the last thing? three things to feel like content and to be happy. You know.
Yeah, it was a long time ago when I
Yeah.
heard it, but
You know, feel connected with others. Be authentic.
yeah,
Be authentic. Be real.
Yeah.
You know, because people get sick because you're not like being yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're trying to
Yeah.
pretend to make other people happy.
yeah, I can definitely relate to that. There was like,
You're trying to make your parents or
Yeah.
somebody else happy, and then
Yeah,
you get
so-
sick, right? You get sick like
yeah, when
in your
can-
body and all
yeah.
kinds of things
It's
mentally.
it's tiring to put on a mask and not be yourself. Yeah.
But in jiu-jitsu, there's no
Yeah.
faking it. You
yeah,
know?
jiu-jitsu is the best.
Like there's no faking it.
Yeah,
like
there's
you
not.
get it, you're gonna be who you
Yeah.
are on the mat, and
Yeah,
that's
it really says a lot about you, like rolling and if you're gonna tap or how you fight. Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah,
the best. I
yeah.
think it's like the best like self-development tool I ever like come across. Like from before I started jiu-jitsu and from where I am now, it's crazy. Like it's the number one thing that I try to recommend to everybody who's like trying to be a better person. Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
that's big.
It's crazy. It's like it made me such like a more confident person and secure in myself. And, I can like walk with my head up, you know, because like I feel like before I was just always like scared. I feel like, you know, and so
To speak up, to stand up for yourself.
stand up for everything, just like insecure, scared, and not confident. But then when this crazy transformation since my first class. So yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
For sure.
You see that from little kids to even Savage, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Getting close to 80.
Yeah, I want to be like that when I get to that age. Just still be able to roll, you know. So I'm trying to do everything that I can to get the things aligned so that I can roll until
Yeah.
I'm 80.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's really inspiring. I always like pick his brain. I'm like, so what's your diet like?
Mhm.
Like, what kind of stretches do you do? Like, you know, like just pick his brain and see what he's, you know, like how he does it. You know, because it's
Yeah.
like really like
I think the
inspiring.
biggest thing, yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
me too. The biggest when I just talking to him and watching him, his mindset. You know, he chooses to be how he is. You know,
Mhm.
and so like his mindset is so strong.
Yeah, yeah,
Because he should be doing some of the tactful things. He should be doing some of the other things, but his mindset is so strong,
Yeah.
and that dictates like his body and everything else that follows.
yeah, for sure. It's crazy. He's tough, man.
He's
like
tough.
when you roll with him, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
doesn't feel he feels like
yeah,
super strong.
yeah. Right, he hurt his neck, right? So
Yeah.
I've been telling him to go get stem cells in
Yeah.
my friend's hospital in Tijuana because it really works.
Yeah,
But he's like, well, I told him to go with his wife as well, just because it's amazing technology that we
Yeah.
have, right? But he we'll see. Hopefully, he goes. But yeah, I'm sure, like in whatever 6 months or whatever, so he's been telling me like I'm not going to compete anymore.
yeah,
You know, there's nobody in his age division. There's
Yeah.
nobody in his weight division.
yeah,
So he has to go up in weight. He has
Yeah.
to go down, and like it's not
Yeah.
even fair. Guys
Yeah.
going against guys in their 50s, right?
yeah,
But he was like, whatever. He goes out there and does his best, and it's about getting up every time
yeah,
and trying,
yeah,
and
that's-
trying.
yeah. Just never giving up.
Yeah,
It develops this like resilience.
resilience. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. He
Yeah.
gets like those skin treatments and
Yeah.
skin cancer, and he's in here the same day.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
He shows up, suits up, even if he can't do anything. He comes in and watches,
Yeah,
keeps his routine.
yeah. It's super inspiring.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, he told me that he's not going to compete anymore, but like in 6 months,
Yeah, he's
watch,
gonna be there. Yeah,
he'll change his mind,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it's
because he's
crazy.
in pain and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He was teaching me this. Like he said he had neck pain, so he was teaching me this stretch that I incorporated into my little like stretching routine, and like
Nice.
it really helped.
Nice,
So,
yeah. He's connected, man, to
yeah,
himself,
Yeah,
his body and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
he really studies.
yeah. Like I always tell people like when people ask me, oh, like I'm too old to do jiu-jitsu. Like I tell them there's like a almost 80-year-old man that's doing it, and he's still like thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video? It's never too late.
Yeah.
Mini doc. Yeah.
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 It's good.
kind of show that side, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because people think they're like 40 or 30 even or 50.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, oh, I'm too old to do this.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's never too old.
Yeah. And you get the benefits no matter
Yeah,
what age you
yeah.
do it at.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
When did you start jiu-jitsu?
I started when I was 18.
18. How did you get into it?
After high school, I went to high school in New York, and I moved to New Mexico.
Yeah.
And I worked at this restaurant, and there was a few of them that were going to train in jiu-jitsu. It was a class like twice, I think it was once a week, and then it was twice a week.
Mm.
And after 6 months, they finally convinced me to go. And then my friend, who was like much smaller than me, I was like, probably, he armbarred me like 10 times.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go again. And we kept going for like, and then I was like, oh, I have to learn this.
Yeah. It's like instantly hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And I was like, let's go again. I couldn't believe it. And keep repeating myself even saying that.
It's okay. It's a good story.
I never looked back. Never missed a class. Never missed a class and went all in. Like my friend moved down to Brazil. My friend Amal Easton, and then he came back. We started training in his garage every day. Took me to a couple tournaments out here in California, and then the rest is history. I ended up moving down there and going.
How long did you live in Brazil for?
I lived in Brazil for on and off about 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. From when I was like 18, 19 to 23.
Wow. That must have been an adventure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, some of my best friends are still from that time,
Yeah, it was like
it's crazy.
all the OGs of jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah. It was a very special time too. I think in jiu-jitsu, it was because back in those days, you remember Vale-Tudo?
Yeah,
like the UFC was the anything goes fighting, right? The UFC was like new, and so it was a different era of jiu-jitsu. Now it's very polished. It's very you know what time you're going to go compete at. Everything's like very like official, but even in the 2000s, like guys were still punching the refs, if they didn't like the call.
That's crazy.
They would just knock them out, But not that would happen. So but stuff like that would happen, It was just a very like raw, very primal,
Yeah.
And it was cool, man. It was cool, Just the Brazilian culture too, people chanting like it's a soccer game, hey, the whole place, like, just the whole thing.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Different energy, right?
Yeah. You still see it a little bit at the World now, but it was like, it was definitely special,
What do you think about like the progression of jiu-jitsu from where it was and from where it is now?
There's different things, right? Like back in the day, like, people that did jiu-jitsu or they even did the Worlds, they were still fighting MMA. They were still fighting Vale-Tudo, They were representing jiu-jitsu in those arenas, So it was like one path. Now there's different basically paths, right? Like guys really focus on MMA, or they focus on no-gi, they focus on gi, and it's gonna get more specialized, right? I think as things go on too. What's cool though is the different rule sets.
Yeah.
Because IBJJF in jiu-jitsu tournaments was kind of the gold standard, but now Eddie Bravo with the invitation with the submission only tournaments, that's cool too. So it's great because there's more people doing it, and more people have access to it because it's the best tool ever created for self-development.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So we have all types, all ages, kids now. Back in the day, there were almost no kids classes.
Yeah, seems like the kids program is like the bread and butter of a lot of jiu-jitsu schools now.
I mean, they used to say that like, oh, the kids is where that's where the business is, whatever. And for sure you have to, but it's like it's all interconnected now, because people see the value. Back in the day, it was like very like Fight Club style of training. So you weren't sure if you wanted to bring your kid in. There weren't really kids classes in those days.
Yeah.
But now it's like professional.
Yeah.
You need to bring your kid.
Yeah,
in.
for sure.
And we have like, we start them at 3 years old,
Yeah.
right? And so it's beautiful because
Yeah.
they learn all these skill sets at such a young age.
Yeah, I feel like it's like even more important now, like with bullying and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of the problems that kids encounter nowadays can be like alleviated with just putting your kid in jiu-jitsu and having them deal with like, like confrontation and fighting and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, being in bad positions.
Yeah.
And then figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like, just teaching them resilience too and discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I feel like a lot of kids are just lost now. They don't have that. They're not taught how to deal with confrontation, and so they get bullied, and then it just puts them in a really bad spiral through life.
Yeah. And I look at my kids too. Just kids also like not being active enough.
Yeah.
Like playing video games and whatever else.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Another thing that keeps there's no video games on the mat, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But just any sport you do, right? It carries over to any sport you do.
For sure.
Any activity.
Yeah. I got my like 3 years into jiu-jitsu. I started talking to my brother about jiu-jitsu, and he has 2 kids, and so
amazing.
I told him, you gotta put your kids in jiu-jitsu, and he put his kids in jiu-jitsu, and then he started training too, and so he's like,
there you go. That's it.
So
That's beautiful.
That's good. Yeah.
That's what it's about. So tell me about yourself. You where are you from originally?
I'm from Orange County.
Right.
And then I moved to LA in 2005.
Okay.
And then I started training Muay Thai first.
What brought you to LA?
Brought me to LA. Just wanted something different. I was just bored of living in Orange County in that little bubble.
Okay.
And so my friend was like, let's move to LA. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And so we just moved and got an apartment in like Toluca Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then what made you want to do martial arts?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it was just tired of being insecure and not confident. And I read that doing martial arts gives you some kind of confidence, And so I just picked up Muay Thai, and then because there was a school down the street, and I did that for 2 years, and then I picked up the Joe Rogan podcast. My brother was telling me, "Oh, you gotta listen to this. It's awesome." I didn't know who Joe Rogan was at the time because I wasn't even watching UFC or anything. But he's like, "You gotta listen to this. It's super interesting." And so after listening to the podcast, initially he started talking about jiu-jitsu all the time, and so I was like, "Okay, I'll try this." And then I was just looking for a gym close by that had Gracie in the name. And so I found your school when it was Gracie Baja in 2011. And then the first class I took, I was just like instantly hooked. Yeah. And then I just gave up Muay Thai and then just kept training jiu-jitsu.
What made it hook you?
I don't know. I think it was the rolling part of it, because Muay Thai, like, you're just doing the technique and you can spar, but I didn't really like sparring at the time because you're just getting hit. And it wasn't that fun for me to just get hit at the time. But with jiu-jitsu, you can roll and be like, like 100% and still be okay and not be like super damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifestyle too, right?
Yeah.
It's a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
I remember when you were fighting it, we were doing a lot of MMA and getting punched in the head a lot.
Yeah.
You just walk around differently,
Yeah. And I think like I was reading about like TBI and stuff, so I kind of want to avoid any like head injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. Very
yeah,
real.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get like one injury can like completely change you.
Yeah, change for sure. Yeah. It's like jiu-jitsu is they say the gentle art, right?
Yeah.
It's not so gentle, but it's really the smart way to fight, right?
Yeah, to get those benefits and self-development and still like get that full contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I have to go back to the tribe book, just because that guy, he how he started writing. I think his first book, or one of the first books, was called War, and it was like on the Vietnam War, and like actually like the Green Berets and stuff,
Yeah.
It just made me think. But just it's so funny that things are connected like that,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and finding like just that, and then jujitsu,
Yeah. Yeah.
how it's interconnected.
Yeah. Yeah. Like yeah, it's crazy. War is crazy. I was watching Apocalypse Now like not too long ago, and it kind of like opens your eye.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Like how much meaning in his monologues have, just but yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like Marlon Brando, like the like in war, right? Like people want to go back to war. They come back home
yeah,
from fighting, and they see like crazy stuff, right?
yeah,
And then they want to go back. Why? Because they're together with like their brothers, and they're they sleep together in bunks, and they're just connected, right?
yeah, like the camaraderie.
The camaraderie, yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's why the jiu-jitsu can give you that, or guys that come,
Yeah,
they come back home. It gives you that brotherhood and camaraderie,
yeah, for sure, definitely. It's like
that connection.
it's also like jiu-jitsu is like a third place, right? It's like where you have work, home, and then the third place, which is I think missing a lot today with like people. They don't have that third place to go to.
Third place.
Yeah, yeah. I think like that's like causing a lot of problems with people. But
The third place can be not good things for you, right? For your health and everything.
yeah, for sure.
Like whatever.
To
Go to a
unwind,
bar.
yeah.
To unwind. Yeah.
Relieve stress.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think it's like there's less places to go to nowadays. People just want to stay at home, play video games, stream, or whatever. But they don't really want to go. They can't find a third place to go to. Yeah.
How long have you been training jiu-jitsu?
Oh, probably since 2011 now.
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we first opened up.
Yeah,
here.
like May. So probably when did you guys open up?
I think towards the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So I was probably like 5 or 6 months into it, and then it was all white belts.
Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
we just started. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like a blue belt came along, and we're like, oh my god, it's a blue belt. It was crazy.
No, it's all black belts on that.
Yeah, it's crazy where it is now. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it's a huge gym. It's crazy.
Yeah, we just started in the one room, right?
Yeah, yeah. There was like 4 or 5 people in the afternoon class, but we got good rolls in the. It was good. Yeah.
Good environment always.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What made you stick to it?
What made me stick to it? I think I don't know. It was just like there after every class I felt like I guess it's the endorphin release, but it just felt good. Just I did something hard.
Yeah.
And I felt good about it. And then like
You challenged yourself.
yeah, challenged myself, and then I just started feeling more confident in myself, and then yeah.
Do you remember your first submission?
No, I didn't keep track of it, but it's probably an armbar or something.
People
Or
always
like,
remember the first time they catch somebody,
yeah, it's probably an armbar or like like guillotine or something. Yeah, probably a guillotine.
I was trying to remember what you used to do. You used to have a couple like really good moves back in the day. Yeah.
You still remember?
I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like like a butterfly sweep kind of thing.
Yeah, I had.
And then, but there was a submission too that you used to do. Yeah, I think it was the armbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My main.
Used to have a good armbar
yeah.
from there.
Yeah, my main submission is the armbar now. Yeah. Yeah. But back in the day, it was just whatever. Just find like that guillotine or the arm and guillotine or whatever. Because I always seem to fall in that position. And I used to get like triangles too, but not anymore. It's just like game changer.
Used to get triangles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Got short legs, but I used to find a way to get those triangles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like? So you said like you want to stay on the mat forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep doing it forever.
That's the goal, is just to try to find a way to maintain that mobility, um, reduce injury, and just keep that longevity going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to accomplish? Do you want to compete or ever?
Competing. I think those competing days are past me. Yeah. I did a few competitions, but yeah. I think with competitions sometimes it's like the ones that I did do, they were not well organized, and so I would just get to the competition and then I'd be waiting for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
And then it plays that mind game on you, just sitting there waiting and thinking. But maybe in the future, but
it's funny because now it's super organized.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now they have like the exact time you're gonna go,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
What mat, where it's gonna be. And my daughter's been wrestling, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit, you don't know the mat until right before. You kind of more or less like when they start, but like you're waiting around for pretty much all day,
Yeah.
So you're kind of anxious and you're
Yeah.
like not knowing when you're gonna go, when you have to warm up, this that. And that's how it used to be in jiu-jitsu tournaments. Like it was like hard. You would get there in the morning, you would weigh in or whatever, not the day before even, and you'd be there all morning. You get there morning, and then you wouldn't know when you would go, and you could go in the evening. So you'd be waiting there all day long.
Yeah. I can't stand that waiting. It's just
But there was a part of it that was like crazy and primal.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And only like the strong survived,
Yeah. Yeah.
Only the strong survived. So I appreciated that. I'm just appreciating it a little bit now, like going to the wrestling tournaments and stuff, just because it's a little bit of a free for all.
Yeah.
The bigger tournaments are more organized, but still,
Yeah.
it's not like a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yeah. Going back to your original question about the goal, just longevity. I hope that I can get to that point where I can be on the mat at 80 and still not like be crazy or anything, but just kind of light roll and have it in my life.
Yeah, have it in your life.
And you mentioned like TACFIT, like is a pretty good vehicle for that.
Man, it's what you need to do.
Yeah.
How to move all of your joints.
Yeah.
How to keep the mobility. It's all the right stuff that you need to do.
Yeah.
To be your best at every age.
Is that like a mobility kind of focus thing? Everything?
Yeah. Recovery-based system.
Yeah.
Mobility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real strength, real functional strength.
Yeah. I've rolled with a few people at the gym who do TACFIT. And
Monica.
Yeah.
You got with Monica.
And what's his name? I forget his name, but he's super strong. Like just like when you roll with him, it's like, damn, you're strong, man.
Black belt?
Yeah. What's Wade?
Wade. Yeah. Yes. He's a great example.
Yeah.
Because he was, he used to have all these knee injuries, his neck, this, that, and he didn't think he could do it. Now he's like, man, he's a beast.
Yeah.
And you train with him on the Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
And he's just
like, damn,
a walking testimony.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to get into this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like a lot of like the weightlifting stuff is like it's not cutting anymore. It's good, but I think it's like getting into mobility work is like the key to longevity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. It's true. As we get older, right? Like the mobility and strength, right? You also need some strength, but you need the strength without losing the mobility.
Yeah.
Like we lose that's the active aging, is losing the mobility.
Yeah.
Because your brain basically forgets how to move in those ranges of motions.
Yeah.
And then you get pretty much dumber.
Yeah.
And the body, brain, everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you forget those ranges of motion.
Yeah.
And so you got to keep those things. That's why jiu-jitsu is good. That's why the TACFIT is very precise, because sometimes you can't control your movements in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But there you can really focus on your quality of movement.
Yeah.
And then we do breathing, we do the structure.
Yeah.
And so even from overcompensation, overdoing movements over and over and over in jiu-jitsu, you can pull yourself open and go the other way in TACFIT. We tried to do it at the end.
Yeah.
Some stretching and stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoy that stuff.
To compensate,
Yeah. I think like jiu-jitsu is good, but I need something to supplement it where I can like help my body like recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and do tag fit.
Yeah, for sure.
Even a couple times a week is good, you know, because
Yeah.
then you learn like the ways.
Yeah. Also like the wind down at the very end, where
Cool
you just
down,
kind of
yeah.
just let everything go.
Yeah.
And just let your mind go.
Mhm.
Because I started getting into meditation, and I think meditation has been like super helpful for me, like almost like along the lines of jiu-jitsu, where like mentally, like I feel it's like a superpower almost, where it's like you can watch your thoughts go by, you know, and I don't react so quickly to my feelings and to anger anymore.
Mm.
And it just seems like I have a lot more control over my mind. You know, have you tried meditation?
I have.
Yeah.
You know, I went to India years ago
Yeah.
with my wife, and we had this guide, and he was a PhD in philosophy
Yeah.
actually as well, and he was talking about like, you know, yeah, for sure there's, you know, there's different types of meditation.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you like what kind of meditation do you do, but you know, the act of working or doing, you know, for example, jiu-jitsu is a type of meditation because you're in the moment, you're in the present,
exactly.
you're not anywhere else,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about anything else.
Yeah. The meditation that I do is I'm not sure if there's a name for it, but it's just concentrating on your breath, just watching yourself breathe, just thinking about the breath going in and the breath going out. And I think that's just really similar to what you do at the very end of class.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And that's all it is. And initially it was hard for me to do like, you know, like 2 minutes, but now I can do like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, no problem. It's like even longer if it just gets easier and easier, but the benefits are crazy for me. Yeah. Just being a calmer person, especially in LA when there's a lot of like road rage and stuff, and being able to control those emotions is like really valuable.
There's just so much going on, right?
Yeah,
all the time.
sure. Yeah.
To slow things down, to just
and just like
down to your breath, right?
Yeah, and like when you communicate with people and like things don't make you angry anymore, you just watch where your thoughts are going. Like if someone says something that's like that might anger you before meditations, that those thoughts don't anger you anymore. You know, you kind of just let it go. So I think it's a super valuable tool that's been really beneficial for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Meditation.
Yeah, meditation is it's crazy.
Awesome.
Love it,
Awesome. Yeah, you're doing all the mindful things that
mindful.
we need to do.
Yeah, and and going back to PTSD, I'm reading this book now called "The Body Keeps the Score," and it's about like trauma and PTSD. And one of the not the cure, but like the treatment for trauma and PTSD, according to this book, is like being mindful and practicing meditation and being aware of your thoughts and your feelings.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You moved to Orange County, right, for a couple of years?
Yeah, I moved back in 2016. Yeah. I was going through a rough patch of life, and then I just moved back with my parents for a little bit. Yeah. And so
Did you do jiu-jitsu
there?
Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
I signed up with AOJ for a little bit.
Okay.
So that was good. And then eventually I started training with my brother at Kleber's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Luciano.
Yeah. Old school.
Yeah, old school.
Did you ever compete against him?
My black belt debut, I went against him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I won, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
He was a big name, you know.
Yeah, he's
He
tough,
had beaten
man.
Draculino and
Yeah.
Marcio Feitosa. He was like a top competitor.
Yeah,
you know?
he's still tough.
He's still
Like,
tough. Yeah, he's still good.
He's like the gi, you can't get him. Like you could, but
I mean,
anyone that's
both gi and no gi,
Yeah,
he's good in everything.
Yeah.
Even fought too for a bit.
Yeah.
He was older too.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
He's still a beast.
Yeah.
I want to do a podcast with him.
Yeah, for sure. You should. He has a lot of interesting stories.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
So I think the way he even came over to the U.S. from Brazil.
Yeah. He's got a lot of stories. But
yeah.
So it was good. It was an honor to train with him because it was fun because like I got to train with my brother, which is super cool. It's like it was a very good bonding experience.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, like jiu-jitsu, not all those benefits, but also like it brings people together too. So
That's it.
yeah, like so we got super close because of jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. How do you compare AOJ training at AOJ, Klebers and Legacy?
Um, they're all AOJ is like, I feel like they're very focused on the kids and like the teenagers and like kind of building up that new generation of like, you know, like all stars or whatever, and like the older guys are kind of like taking the back seat, you know, and just, but it's tough, but it's good because there's a bunch of old guys that kind of like stick together and they're really supportive of each other, and so that in a way that's good. And it's, and then Klebers is very like is similar to Legacy. It's like more friendly, less cliquey, and like
less clicky.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like because AOJ is a lot of like kids and teenagers, so you know how teenagers are, kind of like go into their little group and cliques and stuff, and so yeah. Here it's more like inclusive of everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, but the training the training everywhere is good. So, I'll train anywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you came back, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad. Back. Yeah, this is the first place I wanted to go to. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I never forget. Yeah, yeah. Back. I was super excited I could come back and train here. Yeah, it's crazy how big the school is now. It's like
things
so many
evolved,
people. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm really happy to see them. Yeah. Really happy for you.
Cafe next door.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I just got some acai earlier. It was good. I can't like that acai is the best.
Yeah,
it's like that texture.
Yeah,
you can't find that anywhere else.
Yeah, everything is thought out.
Yeah, it's good.
Everything's figured out, you know, and tested. And,
yeah,
you know.
That's good stuff. Yeah, like everything there.
All the small details that we don't think about. You know.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. Shout out to Edith for doing all that. My wife.
Yeah.
And then Revive. Have you been to Revive?
No, I haven't been there. What is that?
It's a recovery center. So we do like the fascial stretch therapy.
Yeah.
And where you stretch you out, because sometimes you'd want to stretch out. It's nice to have somebody stretch you out, or if maybe you don't have the connection, or just it's nice, you know.
Yeah.
And I found it works so well.
Yeah.
You know, you have your clothes on. It's cool. Somebody stretches you out. And then we also have like the compression like pants, you know, so circulate, just recovery things, you know. And we have a cold plunge and sauna too.
Oh, that's cool.
I did it this morning actually.
What is the cold plunge like? Is it pretty cold?
It's really cold. It's colder than ice water.
Wow.
Because the water circulates.
What is the benefits of that?
Man, there's so many benefits, but you know, there's like shock proteins, like boost your metabolism, like you calories, that just things get more connected, even though you get like it gets so cold, just things get more connected in your body, and just things start to, you know, work better. Yeah.
Are you supposed to do like the cold plunge then the sauna, or is it like
so it's a good question, right? I think the main thing is to finish with the cold, but I do when it's warmer, when it's cold, when it's colder here, I prefer to do the sauna because the cold plunge is ideally I want to do the cold plunge first because it's hard. Yeah, you don't want to go in there, you know. Yeah, it hurts, you know. And then do the sauna. Yeah, and then cold plunge, you know, to finish. But when it's like cold, I'd rather do this warm up with the sauna, for sure, or the cold plunge. Go back to the sauna and then finish the cold plunge.
Oh, go back and forth.
Yeah. They call it like contrast therapy, right? Oh. And then you get the benefits of the sauna and everything else, but it's like even higher because of the contrast.
Yeah, I gotta try that. I know that the sauna has a lot of benefits, like cardiovascular benefits.
Yeah. Wrestlers and everything have been doing it.
Yeah.
Northern countries, right?
Yeah. How long do you stay in the sauna for?
I do 15 minutes.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Listen to Joe Rogan this morning, actually, while I was in the thing.
Yeah, he's a big proponent of the sauna, right?
Yeah, for sure. It works. Yeah. It works. Yeah, I feel so good after.
Yeah.
gotta get you in there too.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta. It's probably for recovery and everything. Yeah. Do you ever do yoga?
Well, I do. We do like the in TAC-FIT.
Yeah, it's
There's
kind
like
of
a moving yoga.
Yeah,
Prasara yoga, but it's basically like we call it like flow fit,
yeah,
and being able to move in all the different directions.
yeah,
Kind of like a plane, because we call it like 6 degrees of freedom.
yeah,
And so being able to understand like mobility and what you're actually doing, the reasons and the whys behind it, it's like very, very like technical. Every piece is like been thought out, not by me. Just I just listen to what people tell me to do, and it works. So yeah, the part of it's like we do like club bells.
yeah.
It started out with this thing called CST, circular strength training. That's all the kind of the technology or the system behind TAC-FIT, And it started with flow fit, the interflow, being able to move all of your joints, which we usually warm up with in the beginning of class, and then part of it's the flow fit, and then the club bell. But you can use those same principles with all the different tools, which we do. We do steel mace or medicine balls or whatever. But it's like keeping the structure, and so it's beautiful because it's the same structure that goes into jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, whatever. Boxing. It's the same thing. Life, without even martial arts, just life.
All right, I gotta try this TAC-FIT.
Yeah.
How long are the classes?
That's it's supposed to be 45 minutes, but it usually goes a little bit more. So not more than an hour.
Is there a class every day?
There is a class Monday through Saturday.
Oh, sweet.
9 a.m. and Monday through Saturday, and then 6:30 Monday through Thursday.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Next week I'll be there.
Good. Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right on, man. It's been great to just since we started this here in Burbank at the gym, to have you there, and see your growth and your personality, and just open up more.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it. I just want to thank you for providing this for me, and it's really changed my life for the better, and I've become such a better person because of you. Yeah, I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
thank you.
For sure. You really changed my life. I can't imagine where I'd be without this gym and without you. So thank you.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, for sure. Till 80 years old.
That's it.
Even more.
To the end.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
The end.
Yeah.